What's up, world? This is
Consciousness Speaks with Onika White.
and Andrew Gold. Happy New Year, everyone. This is your boy, Andrew. This is my homegirl, Onika.
Hi, everyone.
And this is Consciousness Speaks. Today, we're going to be talking about being grateful to be alive. It's 2020. It's a new decade. We have all these different New Year's resolutions. We have all these goals we want to attain. But we take a moment, we pause, and we're grateful for the life that we're living right now. Right, Onika?
Yes, because understanding that right here and now is a blessing. It's a gift. And we need to honor and appreciate the gift that we are alive, Andrew,
Yes.
and never take it for granted. Because sometimes when we're going through things, as we talked about before, the ups and downs, the setbacks, we lose sight of what matters, which is the gift of life.
Yes.
And being able to take a breath. Because there's some people that are struggling to breathe, right? And until you get to that point, that's when you'll realize that how awesome or how important it is to have that breath.
Absolutely. And, instead of attaining and achieving, and absolutely, that's part of this life, we sometimes forget that the gratitude and showing that gratitude right in this moment of where we are right now, and being thankful for that is the most important thing we can do, because when we show gratitude in this moment, it shifts everything else. It changes the whole landscape.
Yes. Because it'll be able to allow us to tap into something greater.
Yes. Yeah.
Because that's an elevation in our level of consciousness when we tap into that space. So once you tap into gratitude, it will allow you to be more positive by simply appreciating the things that are around you, the people around you as well, and reconnecting to all those things that make life so wonderful. Because sometimes we lose sight of all of that, because when things are so chaotic or things are not working well in our lives, we can lose sight of those things.
Yes. And we're in this world, and we have the pressures around us to say we need to be better. We have to do better. We have to lose a couple inches on our waist. We have to make more money. We have to do all these things. And what happens in that space is we forget right in this moment to be grateful, to be thankful, to be happy, to be content, to understand what we have, right? And I think that's the most important part of being grateful to be alive. There's a lot of people, that went to sleep, right? In 2019 and didn't get a chance to wake up in 2020.
Yeah.
Didn't get a chance to see their kids or see their parents or see their mom or their dad. And we got to look at life like that, because, nothing is promised. Right, Onika?
No. But Andrew, I would say that I feel like we're innately meant to be grateful.
Yes.
But I feel like somewhere along the line, we start to detach from that. Because I don't know if it's so much influence around us or the things that are happening in our lives or the changes that come that prevent us or detach us from staying connected to that essence of who we are. And what we're saying is we're learning now, we're teaching each other how to reconnect to that, understanding that it's important to stay grateful or remain grateful, because when we're doing that, we're able to honor and respect and appreciate everything that is around us.
Absolutely. And we need to bring that into our awareness. We need to have a platform like this to share this, because it's so important to talk about this and bring this in, because even myself, like all of us, right? We look at the new year, and it's especially because it is 2020 and it is this new decade. And all of us want to strive to be better. We want to level up. And in this pressure to level up, we forget, the first piece and the foundation to level up is to be grateful for this moment, to be grateful for where I am right now. And I think another part that really allows us to be grateful is to say, you know what? I have to be able to not only be grateful for who I am, Onika, grateful for who you are, grateful for the relationships in my life, and to help others in any way that we can. Because when I get stuck on all my goals and attaining and doing all these things, and it's all about me. It takes away from what I'm truly grateful for, and it's the relationships and the people around me and people that that you and I and everyone around can help. We all help each other.
Andrew, I'm really happy you mentioned that, because at one point in my life I got so caught up in achieving my goals. I was so career oriented. I was so driven in the direction I wanted to go with my life that I lost track, or lose track, I would say, of the relationships that are around me. Yeah. And eventually those relationships start to, sever or become weak, because you're not spending time and appreciating the people around us. And those are the people that we want in our lives. Those are people who are given to us, I would say, as gifts to take care of them and nourish those relationships, because those relationships, they are the deep ones that once you put the time and commitment into them, they'll be able to flourish and thrive.
And it's all about nourishment.
Yeah.
And when we nourish the relationships around us, we nourish our soul as well.
Yes, exactly. Because of course, when we're not nourishing our soul, we'll be able to elevate and tap into that consciousness within ourselves.
Yes, absolutely. One of the big things my daughter asked me, because it's a time for reflection in the last decade, and what do you remember about the last decade and what did you go through? And one of the big life-changing moments that happened to me was I became a single father and taking care of my children. And I told her, I said, that life lesson and being in this new space for me, I'm so grateful for that, because what it did for me is it shifted me, it changed me, it allowed me to connect deeper to myself, because through life experiences and things that change us and things that we don't want to go through, sometimes it can be challenging, sometimes it can be painful, but I was grateful for the lessons that I learned from those experiences and from going through that. And I think it's so important, instead of saying, why did that happen to me, or oh my God, this was so difficult for me to go through, Onika. Yeah. I'm grateful for the experience, because, I'm better for it.
Yeah. At first I had a hard time accepting that, Andrew, because I was like, why did this happen? I was blaming. I was, not taking that onus or responsibility for everything that happened. Even just now, I had a breakdown moment before we started this podcast, because I could not accept certain things that happened to me in the past. But I love how you're talking about it now and saying, instead of looking at it and saying, this happened to me and feeling like a victim, I'm now having to take that onus and say, what, this happened, but I'm able to grow.
Yes.
I'm able to get stronger, clean my, fix my makeup up because of the tears that were rolling down my cheeks earlier, and understand that I'm stronger now. I'm more confident, and I'm more, accepting of a lot of things.
Accepting of a lot of things. And the biggest thing that we can be accepting of is ourselves and who we are, and how these life experiences have changed us in a positive way.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And gratefulness is all about our emotions. It's all about, I'm grateful to be able to smile.
Yes.
I'm grateful to be able to cry. I'm grateful, when things frustrate me and I blow my top and I'm like, my kids will call me the crazy guy, right?
But sometimes it's good to blow your top, because we're able to release those emotions that are, pent up within our body. And we'll feel better once we release them, because it's okay to cry. It's okay to express ourselves within the moment.
Absolutely. As long as these emotions and these feelings and these things that we go through don't come out sideways, and they don't come out from a place of fear, they come out, from a place that we release it. But we're not releasing it on somebody. We're talking about it. We're having conversation. We're allowing it. We're working out. For me, it's going to the gym, it's working out, it's playing basketball, it's doing these things to move that energy within me, and move those emotions. And I'm grateful that I'm able to do that. I'm grateful that that we are human beings, right? And we're not human doings.
Yes.
And I think when we attach those New Year's resolutions to everything we need to accomplish, we forget to be grateful for the moment and just being.
Yeah, yeah. And just be grateful for, the journey. Simple. Just be grateful for it and understand that's okay wherever you are on your journey, and just love yourself and appreciate yourself at that point. Guys, Andrew?
It's amazing conversation
Yes.
again, and again, it's a challenge. We always like to throw out these challenges to everybody watching. It could be the smallest thing. It could be the day you wake up and there's this big snowstorm outside and you're like, oh my goodness, I gotta go out and I gotta go to work in this snowstorm and I hate this weather and I don't want to be around this. But also you can change it and say, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I'm alive. I'm grateful that I'm here. I'm grateful that, I have these things to do.
Yes, so guys, tune in. We love you. We appreciate your support. Continue to follow us on this journey. It's going to be amazing.
One love, guys. Happy New Year. And remember to stay grateful.